The human body is a marvel of interconnected systems. Each system plays a vital role in maintaining our health and functionality. From the circulatory system that pumps blood to every cell, to the respiratory system that ensures we get the oxygen we need, every part is essential. But among these, one system stands out for its complexity and importance. Among these, the nervous system stands out as the master communicator. It is the body's information highway, transmitting signals at lightning speed. This system is responsible for everything from our thoughts and emotions to our physical movements and sensations. It sends and receives signals throughout our body, allowing us to move, feel, and interact with the world. These signals are carried by specialized cells called neurons, which communicate with each other through electrical impulses and chemical signals. At the heart of this intricate network lies the brachial plexus, a complex web of nerves that controls movement and sensation in our arms and hands. This network is like a central hub coordinating the activities of various nerves to ensure smooth and precise movements. Imagine the brachial plexus as a major highway. Just as a highway connects different cities and towns, the brachial plexus connects the spinal cord to the muscles and skin of the upper limbs. It carries crucial information between the spinal cord and the upper limbs. This information includes motor commands from the brain to the muscles, as well as sensory information from the skin and joints back to the brain. This intricate network of nerves is responsible for a wide range of functions. It enables us to perform delicate tasks like writing or buttoning a shirt, as well as powerful actions like lifting heavy objects. These functions include everything from the delicate movements of our fingers to the powerful grip of our hands. The precision and strength of these movements are made possible by the coordinated efforts of the nerves within the brachial plexus. Understanding the brachial plexus is crucial for medical professionals. It provides them with the knowledge needed to diagnose and treat conditions that affect the upper limbs. It allows for accurate diagnosis and treatment of various conditions. These conditions can range from nerve injuries caused by trauma to chronic neurological disorders that affect nerve function. These conditions can range from traumatic injuries to neurological disorders. Traumatic injuries might include things like fractures or dislocations that damage the nerves, while neurological disorders could involve diseases like multiple sclerosis or amyotrophic lateral sclerosis, ALS. In this exploration, we'll delve into the anatomy of this vital nerve network. We'll look at how the brachial plexus is structured, how it functions, and what happens when it is damaged. We'll also examine its clinical significance. Understanding the brachial plexus is not just about knowing its anatomy, it's about understanding how it impacts our daily lives and what can be done when things go wrong. This journey through the brachial plexus will equip you with a deeper understanding of this essential anatomical structure. You'll gain insights into how it works, why it's important, and what can be done to keep it healthy. This knowledge is crucial for anyone working in healthcare. Whether you're a doctor, a nurse, a physical therapist, or a medical student, understanding the brachial plexus will enhance your ability to care for patients and improve their quality of life. The brachial plexus originates from the spinal cord in the neck. It then embarks on a complex journey towards the fingertips, carefully navigating through muscles, bones, and other tissues. This intricate pathway is crucial for ensuring seamless communication between the brain and the upper limb. The journey begins with nerve roots emerging from the spinal cord. These roots then combine to form trunks, which further divide into divisions. As the plexus extends down the arm, these divisions converge again to create cords. Finally, the cords branch out into individual nerves that innervate specific muscles and areas of the skin. This elaborate network ensures that every muscle fiber and sensory receptor in the upper limb is connected to the central nervous system. This intricate wiring allows for the precise control and coordination required for the wide range of movements performed by our arms and hands. Understanding the pathway of the brachial plexus is essential for diagnosing and treating nerve injuries. By understanding the location and course of each nerve, medical professionals can pinpoint the site of damage and determine the potential impact on sensory and motor function. The brachial plexus, though complex, can be broken down into 5 distinct parts. Understanding these parts is crucial for anyone studying human anatomy. particularly those focusing on the nervous system and its intricate pathways. These parts are the roots, trunks, divisions, cords, and branches. Each part plays a vital role in the overall function of the brachial plexus, ensuring that nerve signals are properly transmitted from the spinal cord to the upper limbs. To make remembering these components easier, medical students often use the mnemonic "Rid that damn cadaver" book. This mnemonic helps break down the complexity into manageable segments, aiding in both learning and recall. Roots, read. The brachial plexus begins with 5 roots labeled C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1. These roots are the starting point of the brachial plexus and are crucial for the initial transmission of nerve signals. These roots emerge from the spinal cord in the lower neck and upper back. They are positioned in such a way that they can effectively gather and transmit signals from the central nervous system to the peripheral nerves. Trunks, the roots then combine to form 3 trunks: the superior trunk, the middle trunk, and the inferior trunk. These trunks serve as the next stage in the pathway, further organizing the nerve fibers. These trunks represent the initial convergence of nerve fibers. This convergence is essential for the proper distribution of nerve signals to the subsequent parts of the brachial plexus. Divisions, dam. Each trunk further divides into an anterior and posterior division. This division is a critical step in the process as it ensures that nerve fibers are correctly segregated. These divisions represent the segregation of nerve fibers destined for the front and back of the arm. This segregation is vital for the precise control of muscle movements and sensory functions in different parts of the arm. Cords, cadaver. The divisions then converge once more to form 3 cords: the lateral cord, the posterior cord, and the medial cord. These cords are a key component in the organization of the brachial plexus. These cords are named based on their position relative to the axillary artery. The lateral cord is positioned laterally, the posterior cord is positioned posteriorly, and the medial cord is positioned medially to the axillary artery. Branches, book. Finally, the cords give rise to the terminal branches. These branches are the endpoints of the brachial plexus and are responsible for innervating specific muscles and areas of skin in the upper limb. These terminal branches include important nerves such as the musculocutaneous nerve, the axillary nerve, the radial nerve, the median nerve, and the ulnar nerve. Each of these nerves has a specific role in controlling muscle movements and providing sensory information. This 5-part organization allows for a systematic understanding of the brachial plexus. By breaking down the brachial plexus into roots, trunks, divisions, cords, and branches, it becomes easier to study and comprehend its complex structure. It helps medical professionals trace the path of nerve signals. This tracing is crucial for diagnosing and treating nerve-related conditions, as it allows for pinpointing the exact location of any issues within the brachial plexus. It also helps them identify potential sites of injury or compression. Understanding the brachial plexus in detail enables healthcare providers to develop effective treatment plans for conditions such as nerve injuries, compressions, and neuropathies. In summary, the brachial plexus is a complex but well-organized network of nerves. Its 5-part structure, roots, trunks, divisions, cords, and branches, provides a clear framework for understanding how nerve signals are transmitted from the spinal cord to the upper limbs. This knowledge is not only essential for medical students and professionals, but also for anyone interested in the intricate workings of the human body. By mastering the brachial plexus, one gains a deeper appreciation for the complexity and efficiency of the nervous system. Whether you are a student, a healthcare provider, or simply a curious learner, understanding the brachial plexus is a fascinating journey into the world of human anatomy. It highlights the incredible design and functionality of our nervous system, making it a topic worth exploring in depth. Let's delve deeper into each part of the brachial plexus, understanding their formation and contribution to the network. The brachial plexus is a complex web of nerves that originates from the spinal cord and extends through the neck, shoulder, and into the arm. It is essential for the sensory and motor innervation of the upper limb, making it a crucial structure in our anatomy. Roots. The roots are the foundation. Imagine them as individual cables carrying signals from the spinal cord. These roots are the initial segments of the brachial plexus and are named according to the spinal nerves they originate from, specifically C5, C6, C7, C8, and T1. Each of these routes plays a vital role in transmitting nerve signals that control muscle movements and sensations in the upper limb. They emerge between the scalene muscles in the neck, a common site for compression that can lead to pain and weakness. This area is clinically significant because any compression or injury here can affect the entire brachial plexus, leading to conditions such as thoracic outlet syndrome, trunks. As the roots travel downward, they unite to form the three trunks. These trunks are named based on their relative positions, superior, middle, and inferior. The formation of these trunks is a critical step in the organization of the brachial plexus, as they serve as conduits for the nerve fibers that will eventually branch out to innervate various parts of the upper limb. The superior trunk is formed by the C5 and C6 roots. This trunk is responsible for carrying nerve fibers that will eventually contribute to the innervation of the shoulder and upper arm muscles. The middle trunk is formed solely by the C7 root. This trunk plays a crucial role in transmitting nerve signals to the muscles of the upper arm and forearm. The inferior trunk arises from the C8 and T1 roots. This trunk is essential for the innervation of the lower part of the arm, including the forearm and hand muscles. These trunks cross the posterior triangle of the neck, a landmark area for anatomical identification. The posterior triangle is bordered by the sternocleidomastoid muscle, the trapezius muscle, and the clavicle, making it an important region for clinicians to examine when assessing brachial plexus injuries. Divisions. Each trunk then branches into anterior and posterior divisions. These divisions are crucial for the functional organization of the brachial plexus, as they separate the nerve fibers that will innervate the flexor and extensor muscles of the upper limb. This occurs as the plexus passes behind the clavicle, collarbone. The clavicle serves as a protective barrier for the brachial plexus, but it can also be a site of potential injury, especially in cases of fractures or dislocations. The anterior divisions generally supply the flexor muscles of the upper limb, which are responsible for bending the elbow and wrist as well as flexing the fingers. These muscles are essential for performing tasks that require gripping and holding objects, while the posterior divisions supply the extensor muscles. These muscles are responsible for straightening the elbow and wrist as well as extending the fingers. They play a crucial role in activities that involve pushing or lifting objects. Chords. The divisions further intertwine near the axilla, armpit, to form the three chords. These chords are named based on their positions relative to the axillary artery, lateral, posterior, and medial. The organization of these chords is essential for the distribution of nerve fibers to the various parts of the upper limb. The posterior cord gives rise to nerves that run along the back of the arm. These nerves are responsible for innervating the extensor muscles of the arm and forearm, as well as providing sensory input from the skin of these regions. The lateral cord gives rise to nerves that run along the lateral aspect of the arm. These nerves are crucial for the innervation of the flexor muscles of the arm and forearm, as well as providing sensory input from the skin of these regions. The medial cord gives rise to nerves that run along the medial aspect of the arm. These nerves are essential for the innervation of the muscles of the forearm and hand, as well as providing sensory input from the skin of these regions. Branches. Finally, the 5 terminal branches of the brachial plexus emerge. These are the musculocutaneous, axillary, radial, median, and ulnar nerves. Each of these nerves has a specific role in the innervation of the upper limb, contributing to both motor and sensory functions. The musculocutaneous nerve innervates the flexor muscles of the upper arm. The axillary nerve supplies the deltoid and teres minor muscles. The radial nerve innervates the extensor muscles of the arm and forearm. The median nerve supplies the flexor muscles of the forearm and some of the hand muscles. And the ulnar nerve innervates the intrinsic muscles of the hand. These nerves carry the signals that control the muscles and provide sensation to the skin of the arm, forearm, and hand. Understanding the brachial plexus is crucial for diagnosing and treating nerve injuries that can affect the upper limb, ensuring proper function and sensation.